So here we have the 90-degree double strip ruler. We have the templates running along the top edge of the ruler, and there's also a central checking line running across the centre of the templates. Along the bottom edge is a normal 2.5 inch wide ruler, so that you can cut your own 2.5 inch wide strips. These rulers have a non-slip grip going all the way around the edge, and we've put plenty of grip along the templates where you need it the most. At the bottom of each template is a circular cutout area. This enables your rotary cutter to cut beyond the strip cleanly every time. So now let's see the ruler in use. So here's the 90-degree double strip ruler, but before we start I just want to explain how the unique grip works on fabric. When you place the ruler onto fabric, as you can see, I can easily move the ruler around, but it's not until you put the slight pressure on, and that's when the ruler grips the fabric, so it enables really accurate cutting. So we want to cut a 2.5 inch wide strip. This is the side of the ruler which is 2.5 inches wide. So you square your fabric off and then simply move the ruler to the edge of the fabric, and now we can spread a hand across the template side and the ruler, so we've got more spreading space, and then you simply rotary cut along the edge. But remember, you can use multiple fabrics as well, so you can cut lots of strips at the same time. Okay, so we've used this side of the ruler to cut our 2.5 inch wide strips. So now you need to sew the two strips together with a 1/4 inch seam. So now I'm going to show you how to cut the 90-degree triangles out using the ruler. So turn the ruler around and then lay it on your fabric pieces, and I mentioned this central line, just nudge the fabric into place, and it's a great way of checking, and the tops of the triangles are lined up with the top edge of the fabric, and the base line of the triangles lines up with the bottom edge of the fabric as well. So now we're ready to start cutting. So spread your hand across this side of the ruler. Just take your time. And you can see the rotary cutter has gone into that circular cutout area beyond the fabric. And move your hand across to the other one. So there's the wastage at the end. You can remove the ruler, and there you have all your 90-degree triangles already sewn together. So at this stage I just wanted to point out to you that I've been using 1.5 inch strips as well as a 2.5 inch strip, and if you put a plane in the middle there, you really can get striking designs once you start sewing them together. I'm now going to show you what else you can do, and this time you can sew 2 more strips together to form a tube. So you put them right sides together, sew a 1/4 inch seam down either side to form the tube, and then you lay the ruler on exactly as you did before, the top edge of the fabric lining up with the top edge of the ruler, and the bottom edge there lining up perfectly with the bottom edge of the fabric. And again, you can spread your hand across and then rotary cut these all out. Okay, and this is what they'll look like. So you'll end up with a piece that looks like that, and there's a running stitch going across the top. You need to unpick that, and then when you unpick it and you flip it open, you've created a block like that, already sewn together. So I'm now going to show you 1 or 2 examples of what you can do with those blocks. So I've done these in these lovely blue and white fabrics. So this is where the fun starts. You can start putting them together. start creating really lovely designs. If you don't want your design to be like that, you can just move it around to the next one. Move it around, create that. Or we can put the paler ones in the middle. So really stunning designs, and I've actually used a plain fabric, which really does make a difference in a quilt. And I'll show you what else you can do when you've used 1.5 inch strips. So again, this was the block, we've cut it out, but on the other side I've used 4 1.5 inch strips and I've sewn those together. So here you have really stunning design there. And again, you can start moving it around. Got a nice zigzag going through there, or I'll put the paler ones in the middle like we did on the other one, and then you've got this vibrant dark stripe going through there. I'll just show you 1 or 2 more blocks that I did using the 90 degree. This block was done just using the 2 strips sewn together, not the double strips, and then you can push them all together and sew them into a lovely square like that. These blocks were done again with the double strips, but not in the tube form. And you can see you get alternate colours going through, mirror images. And lastly, this was the little block that I finished, and it's got the paler ones. I like to see the vibrant square going through there. So that's how to use the 90 degree double strip ruler.